Hello everybody, well, I can't really say Sonic Nathan 1 anymore because that's not my name anymore. That was actually a really old name, but the gaming community now knows me as King of Koopas. That's my Steam name, and it's time to start a new persona here, and welcome back to more Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego, or Carmen Sandiego's Great Chase Through Time. And we're about to start the very long and tedious Case 5. Why me? Yes.
We're whizzing down the years to feudal England in the 9th century. By now, William the Conqueror should be done conquering and on his way to kinghood. But William's worried, and something's amiss. See what you can find out. Politics will be coming along as your good guide. If anyone can figure out the problems of an ancient political system, she's the one. Good luck, Time Scout. And don't swim in any moats.
Know why the Chrono Skimmer rules? Because we always arrive right on time. We're in England, 1086, and I'm standing by William the Conqueror, the French ruler of Normandy and England.
Hey, you two. Watch your heads. There's a siege going on.
A siege? That explains all the soldiers outside. We'll help you withstand this siege, King William.
Alrighty, so beginning Case 5 here. Let's see, where do we begin here? Well, I guess I should explain politics here. Oh, I just realized the really bad pun. Anyhow, yeah, this is only one of 2 cases she's in the entire game, not counting the final chase, but we'll get to that. Let's examine shit here.
Don't fall in. That is the courtyard down below us, where we store supplies during a long siege. That port is full of boiling water, which we pour down on enemies trying to climb the walls. It leaves them boiling mad. Behold!
Hey! Quit it! Oh, that was my best siege uniform!
Oh boy. Yeah, kind of interesting. They sometimes put oil in that back in the day, and I can imagine how much that must have hurt.
This toothy-looking wall is a battlement. My soldiers hide behind the raised parts, called merlons, when they're not shooting arrows. My archers shoot arrows through the crenels, those gaps in the parapet wall. They try to prick their Saxon targets without getting nicked in return.
I don't know why, but naming slots in a wall and raised parts, I don't know, it kind of seems like the equivalent of calling, different types of soil, like, till, soil, bleh.
That giantific device is a battering ram. It knocks down castle gates or walls, so the foot soldiers can run in through the hole, called a breach.
Those pesky Saxon archers use wooden shields to hide behind, and only peep out when they're firing a volley of arrows. The cowards!
Yeah, coming from the guy that's hiding behind a knee-high wall.
That mangonel hurls huge boulders up and over the walls. It can even fling dead animals, which spread disease inside the castle.
Crossola!
Okay, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
That machine is a ballista, a giant crossbow that shoots major spears, even flaming spears.
Yes, ballista spears are often covered in a flaming goo called Greek fire. Quite awful stuff. Each form is a big secret.
Alrighty, now that we're done examining everything, let's talk to William.
Hail, friends! At least I hope you are friends. Those Saxons always seem to be knocking at my gates.
Oh god, 4 minutes in and we're not even up to the... I think this is gonna be another 20-minute case. Oh well.
I am William the Conqueror, Duke of Normandy, and also King of England. Although those Saxons seem to disagree with that last part. Although I am from Normandy, I had a legitimate claim to the English throne, so I invaded in 1066. I conquered my rival, Harold, at the Battle of Hastings. As king, I created a feudal society where peasants worked for lords, lords worked for barons, and barons worked for me. It's good to be the king.
You know, every time I say feudal, I think back to my social studies lessons in school, and I just want to tear my fucking brain out.
Oh, the Saxons are revolting. Again, someone stole my Doomsday Book, and the Saxons, taking it as a sign of weakness, have decided to try and overthrow my castle with a siege.
Doomsday Book,
The Doomsday Book is a record of all the people and property in England, from the lowliest serf to the highest noble. It really helps making tabs on everyone.
Yeah.
Perhaps they need a bath? But seriously, the Saxons are not happy having a foreign king like me. I burned much of the North Country to the ground once. But will they let bygones be bygones? No!
You know, historical figures aren't always angels, but our acme job is to put history back on track. If William doesn't remain king, all of English history might change.
Yeah, really. Trust me, you're not gonna like this guy by the end of the case. I'm gonna guarantee that.
This stone castle I recently built is strong enough to withstand any Saxon attack. But with this siege going on outside, I'm having trouble bringing in fresh supplies. Ah, a noble offer. I happen to have a secret passage out of this castle. Squeeze through and go find my barons and lords. Tell them my soldiers need some bread.
And right off the bat, we got our first part of the note.
It's a Carmen note. Our thief must have slipped through this secret passage.
No shit. Grab the Doomsday Book, my liege, then slip away before the siege. Doesn't really tell us much, but...
Au revoir. Hurry back.
That's a secret passage. Alright, so this is, what am I trying to say? This case has three main areas, so we got the castle, the Baron area, and then the Lord area, which is, over there. So anyhow, let's, examine.
That's Lacey, my hunting dog. Just part of the pack I take on my afternoon hunts. I do the catching, she does the fetching.
That looks like an early version of the medieval coat of arms, where colorful family emblems were painted on war shields. In 11th century England, castles had to be built fast, so they were usually made of wood instead of heavy stone. A wood castle could be finished in just 3 weeks.
Interesting.
Hello, welcome to my castle.
Alright, let's start it. All the usual yada da da.
Certainly, I am Baron Dupont, a peer without peer. I am also the ruler of this castle. Through talent and wisdom, of course. Oh, and it helped that I supported William's conquest when he invaded England. William gave most of the baronships to other French Normans like myself. Oh, it can be quite tiresome. These Saxons don't like having a foreign baron ruling them. To prevent them from rebelling, I must keep them very busy. I make sure they're always doing their specific jobs. Knowing their last names helps a lot.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that in a sec.
Help you? But I am a nobleman. It is very uncommon for me to help commoners. Oh, the king? Why didn't you say so? In that case, helping you would be my crowning glory. What can I do to help?
Whoops, I didn't mean to do that, sorry.
Salutations once again. I know little of petty activities like making bread. Here's a list of my subjects. Perhaps one of them can help you.
And this is basically the, what's it called? You know, the gimmick of this, case. You have to select which one is the correct, person, whatever. I mean, you can tell by their last names, like Paul Carpenter, Fletcher, Baker, and pretty much just put 2 and 2 together. So, in this case, we want bread, we want a baker.
Salutations, dear Baron. May I help you?
Can you make bread for the king's noble troops?
I would love to bake you some bread, but I am flourless and thus powerless. Do you have any flour?
No flour? Well, check with the lord down the road, as I am a baron and he is only a lord. The feudal system requires that he help me out.
Alrighty, so let's go to the Lord's estate.
We're off to the Lord.
Okay, let's examine.
Neat windmill. What's it for?
Oh, my peasants use it to raise water, grind grains, the usual farm things. Each of those farmhouses belongs to a peasant. I give each peasant some of my land to farm, and he gives me back a share of what he grows. It's a feudal attempt at society. That peasant is being punished for stealing a chicken. He must spend 1 full day locked in the stockades while people toss rotten vegetables at him.
Bummer. Must be humiliating, especially if they use broccoli. Yuck.
Why does everyone hate broccoli? I love broccoli. I mean, I like it more cooked than uncooked, but even so.
Welcome to my estate, travelers.
And I'm sorry, this part really isn't that much of me talking. It's really hard to give commentary when everyone's talking.
Of course, I've forgotten my manners. I am Lord Maynard. I report to Baron Dupont. Exactly. The Baron owns this estate and several others, but I live here and run it for him. He gives orders to me, and I pass the orders on to my peasants. It's the feudal way, you know. Oh, the usual things. I dispense justice, I listen to peasants complain about taxes, that sort of nonsense. A nobleman's work is never done.
It's amazing how they never thought, maybe if I fixed their problems, maybe they wouldn't complain and my life would be easier. Just a thought.
Well, not really. Most of this land was lent to me by Baron Dupont. In turn, I lend some of the land to peasants who work the soil. The French would call these peasants villeins. Well, it works like this. I lend some land to the villeins, and they, in exchange, give me part of the food they harvest from this land. Such are the ways of the feudal system.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to live in this system. Then again, it's already like this pretty much.
The Baron needs flour? Well, I'm happy to help, of course. In fact, it is my feudal duty.
Good, stop talking, make with the flour.
Well, I do not have any flour on me at the moment, but one of my peasants may be able to help. Just point one out.
And see, it's the same thing, just go by the end, so we want a miller.
Lordy Lord, good day. What can I do for you?
The Baron needs flour to bake bread. Can you help?
Yes, I can make some flour for you. I am a miller, after all. Here it is. Freshly milled flour for the Baron's bread. All yours.
And there we go, so now we just take the flour, and now we go back to the Baron's castle.
Alrighty then.
Don't care. And now we give the flour to the peasant.
Oh, this flour is perfect. I'll see what I can bake up. Hold on. Voila! My best bread for the king's best men.
And we just take the bread, and now we go back to William's castle.
Alright, let's...
And we give it to William.
Fresh bread. My hungry troops and I thank you. And now, my next task. We need more weapons. Could you stop by the Baron's place and see if he has any swords?
Absolutely. Happy to help your kingship.
Yeah, we're going to do this 2 more times, so I'm pretty much just going to skip the dialogue, because you get the idea. Yeah, now we need swords, and now we need a blacksmith, so we want George Smith.
How do you do, Mr. B? What do you need?
King William is calling for more swords. Can you make them?
Oh, I'd dearly love to forge some swords, but the water barrel I use to cool my red-hot metals has sprung a leak. If you can find me a new barrel, I can forge ahead.
You need a barrel? I believe the lord next door can roll one out for you.
Oh my god, these puns. It's a kid's game, but even so. And now we do the same thing. Alright, now this one I'm actually not sure about. I'm gonna try Cooper. I don't think that's it.
Hello, good lord. May I be of service?
The Baron wants a barrel. Can you help?
A barrel? I'm happy to make you a barrel. Back in a flash.
Guess I was right.
Ta-da! The finest barrel a baron could ask for. It won't leak a drop.
I don't know. This barrel doesn't look that good, but that's just my opinion. Give it to him.
Ah, now that's a fine watertight barrel. I'll fill it with water and make some swords in no time. There you go. The finest swords in England. A real cut above the ordinary.
These bad puns are gonna kill me. Oh, we just hit the 15-minute time limit. Well, I guess that's it. Bye.